turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A gain of 3, second down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And some room to roam now. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner. Back-to-back runs that were stacked up. Offensively, now you've got to think to yourself, do we change blocking assignments? Do we change formations? Do we change looks in order to try and get the running game going?
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Lee's got it over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. Finding Gabriel complete. Call it a gain of 3. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Halfback sent in motion. Back to throw now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
One receiver left, 3 to the right. They'll set up a throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender. Made him
what do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you go lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Buying time to his left, and avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's a second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Back to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They'll run with Thompson, and he's going to lose. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's complete. Hooper. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking for someone to throw to. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Taylor Gabriel as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And some room to work. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, and how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because Now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And quickly, they get to the line. On second down, Freeman. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to fire one. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
And they pick up the first down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped them on 3rd down or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now back to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
So often you hear defensive coaches talk about we need all 11 on every play in order to be a good run-stopping unit. And sometimes it starts to sound a little cliche. But did you see the free safety on that play? Knifing through and running down the ball carrier. A huge, huge play. And when you have a free safety who can run like that, you've got to turn him loose.
Sliding out of the pocket. This will be caught at about the 6. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Running back looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. They'll give it to him right up the gut, and he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
All right, here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that load in the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion. Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
New York set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And the back goes into motion. They go back to the air here after the INT. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll set up a throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge...
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point...
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Too bad.
I don't know about that.
They'll look to throw. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Well, they've gone backwards so far in this series. 3rd and 13. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Surveying the field. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And no, it's incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting to run.
Green, 39. Green.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on 1st down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on 1st down.
Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner? Defeated.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 30. And he takes this one back in into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to...
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. So third down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. And they'll run it here. And they'll take him down. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons are close to finishing off this football game. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Looks like he'll throw here. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great work.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. First down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Atlanta, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. For that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.